Artists, producers, they want mixes which will wow a listener, which will ultimately support their creative vision. Today, I'm going to take you through a few tips and tricks to spice up your mixes. Now, these are things which are subtle tweaks that are going to go over a lot of people's heads. Like, when people listening to it, they might not notice it. But at the end of a mix, that feeling it gives them, it's going to make them go, wow. All right, let's go. This is the first spicy mix tip you can use on some of your mixes, and that is push and pull in the drums, making the drums feel like they are alive, okay? Nothing's more boring than just well-mixed drums that just hit the beats and move along. Sometimes you can automate a bit of reverb, a bit of compression, make the snare drum feel like it's pushing and pulling in and out of the beat. Is a lot of fun. So what I like to do is open up beat 2 with compression and reverb, so it just sustains, and then close it up on beat 4, so then it feels like it just sucks back into itself, and then you get a beat which just moves, opens and closes, and it sounds awesome. Here's me doing it in a mix. Have a listen. Alright, so we all know music is about emotion, it's about feel, it's about making people excited, tense, relaxed, whatever the emotion is going on in a certain given time. Now, with a lot of electronic music I work on, there are build-ups. There are build-ups with lots of effects going on, snare drum rolls, build-ups, and what I like to do is, in those pre-choruses, in those build-ups to a drop, is automate some fun effects like distortion and bandpass filters to really create and embellish that sort of energy that's either trying to rise or fall in those sections. And here's me doing it on a drum loop that was in a mix, and it just starts to tighten everything up, and it's a lot of fun. Alright, last but not least, this is my favorite one. This is the most critical one that always gets me out of a pinch and is just the spice and pepper I need on a mix sometimes, is parallel distortion on lead parts or synths which just aren't popping in a mix. So every now and then we have a mix that we're working on and a client wants something louder and louder and louder because they're not getting the energy from a particular element. But it's not a matter of making it louder, it just feels like a lackluster stem. It feels like a lackluster instrument or part of their mix, part of their production, sorry. Something I do is parallel distortion. I always talk about this. So what I do first is I find where the love of that particular instrument is. Is it in the upper mids? Is it in the low mids? Is it in the mid-range? Is it in the air? And what I do is I bandpass filter that in parallel, okay? Bandpass filter it, I distort it, okay? I crank the distortion with decapitator. And then once that distortion is cranked, I'll widen the fuck out of it, sometimes. And then I'll blend it back in. So I'll just take it and blend it slightly back into the original signal to give me the flavor that it didn't have in the first place. Alright guys, so we have the push-pull effect, the exaggerated build-up effects, automating them, and my favorite, the parallel distortion one to help give lackluster instruments or channels in your mix a little bit of TLC and love. Now, I hope you guys can take some of these, use them in your own mixes, spice them up, let me know how they went. But if you like this video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed yet, subscribe, and until next time, take care.